You smell that? No, not that smell. That stinks. But NBA Finals officially here. What's going on, everybody? As I said, I would go live, and I did this last year too, where I went through and did a little research on the sports cities of the teams in the NBA Finals. As you can see, we have Denver, Miami, and how perfect is it that these two teams essentially have the same top big four sports? They both have hockey, of course, which could be big. I guess if a city didn't have hockey, I guess I could put soccer in there. They do both have soccer teams, but Miami's just literally showed up on the scene like a couple years ago. It wouldn't really be fair, you know. So I decided to last year. I actually did this with Boston in the Bay Area. I compared the sports teams of the two cities in the NBA Finals since 2000, since the turn of the millennium. Some cities have experienced immense amounts of success, like Los Angeles, and other cities really haven't been able to. And there's many cities that have never even tasted the sweet, sweet love of a champion. They've never tasted the sweet victory of a championship. Luckily, my team has, so I don't have to worry about that. But with that being said, I figured let's start off with the lower seeded Miami, the city of Miami. Well, yeah, the Heat and the city of Miami. Let's start off with their city. As you can see here, I have it up already here. And I mean, obviously, there's not a lot of success there. The Panthers, though, they're guaranteed to either add a silver, which would be second place, or gold, because they're in the Stanley Cup final. Yep. Yep. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun to watch, that Stanley Cup final. It's either gonna be Vegas or Florida. Personally, I would like to see Florida win another one. Add another trophy to their case a little bit in the citywide thing. Oh wait, I actually made a mistake. I forgot the Marlins have two. Duh. Oh no, one since 2000. Duh. I forgot my title. Because I'm sure a lot of you are probably confused. Wait, doesn't the Marlins have two? They do. But the one, of course, came in 1997 at the expense of my Indians / Guardians. And of course, they won it again in 2003. And up until 2020, they were, I think, one of the only teams that's never lost in the playoffs. Well, I mean, because they barely made the playoffs. They've only made it those 3 times. If you want to include that 2020 season, where practically almost every team made it. Then you see the Miami Heat, and they have essentially carried the city of Miami sports for the last decade and a half plus. I mean, 3 championships. They could have had more. 2 with LeBron. They had 1 with Wade and Shaq. And now they could possibly get one with Jimmy Butler. Woo-wee. So essentially, by the end of this thing, they could either have 4 championships with 3 runners up and 2 losses in the conference championship, or they could have 4 losses in the finals. I almost forgot about that 2020 season. Man, I was like, wait, what? Oh, they lost in the bubble. That's right. Yeah. How could I forget? And I don't know about the Dolphins. Are the Dolphins going to be good soon? You'd think they would. They have a nice team around them. But the AFC East is tough because, the Jets got Rodgers. The Bills got Josh Allen and a very good team there. They've made it deep in the playoffs a couple years now. It's just going to be tough for the Dolphins. But as long as Tua stays healthy and his brain doesn't turn to mush, I think they're going to be good. With Tyreek Hill and all that, yeah, they'll be fine. Of course, they did make the playoffs, what, one time? Like this decade? Where Matt Moore got his brain almost kicked, or got his face almost beat in that one play, I think it was, or whatever. They had to play in frigid Pittsburgh. Yep. That was tough to watch. Yeah. I actually thought Miami could have won that game. No. So, yeah, as you can see, Miami's been carried by the Heat, and I don't know if that's going to change. They have a legend at coach in Eric Spoelstra. They have a legend in the front office in Pat Riley. And I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. At least for another couple years. But their fall off could happen. I don't know. It'll happen at some point. But we'll just see. But yeah, Florida Panthers, they made the finals one time in '96. That's why you don't see any trophies or any middle things, like the numbers under their logo, because they made it in '96. That was it. That's the closest they've been. It's good to see them actually be good for once, though. Like deep. I mean, they've been good, but it's good to see them actually make a deep run. I mean, heck, look who they've beaten. Boston. That's kind of funny, actually. Both the Heat and the Panthers beat a Boston team. That's great. That is wonderful. All we need now is the Dolphins to beat the Patriots in the playoffs somehow, and boom, there you go, trifecta. We're not going to see the Marlins beat the Red Sox unless it's in the World Series. And right now, those two teams ain't looking like World Series contenders, but you never know in baseball. But yeah, personally, like I said, Miami's been carried by the Heat. And we'll see if the Heat can add another trophy to their trophy case. Make it 4. Have another parade. And I'm just wondering if anyone's watching this on replay, if the Panthers and the Heat win, could they possibly have a combined parade? Imagine. I saw someone mention it on Twitter. I was like, huh. Technically, they probably could. Or if anything, just have like little cameos from the players. Let each team have their parade, but have like the Heat maybe show up to the Panthers parade as a guest, and vice versa for the Heat. With the Panthers showing up. That'd be cool. I mean, technically, you could say the Florida Panthers are like the Miami Panthers. Technically. I don't even know. Wait, how far do they play outside of Miami? Let me take a look. I got to see how far these two teams are apart. Watch them be like a couple hours. Surprise, Florida. I believe that's where they play. That's the city. Okay, it'd be really nice. Oh, okay. Key Largo. Really? Hang on. Let me. FLA Live. Doing this on the spot. All right. Let me actually pull up my camera again. Because this might be a bit. There we go. Yeah. All right, but yeah, as you saw, Miami's been very, very successful with the Heat. It's been carried by the Heat for a while. Yeah, so that's a surprise. Oh, it's Sunrise. That's a surprise. Oh my God. That's a bluff. It's a blunder. Sunrise. I'm thinking of Surprise. Was it Nevada or something like that? But Sunrise. Okay, let's see directions. I don't know why I thought it was Surprise. It's Sunrise. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's still Key Largo though. Oh, I see. My location. I'm not in freaking. How about Casilla Center? Here we go. So they are a mere 41 minutes away from one another. Yeah. FLA Live Arena or Florida Live Arena is right at the very top of like what we would call South Beach, practically. More inland, right near the Everglades management area, just west of Fort Lauderdale. So yeah, only a mere 41-minute drive from Panthers Arena, which they honestly need a new arena. But I'm pretty sure if they get a new arena, maybe they move closer to Miami. I don't know. But yeah, it was a blunder on my end. I'm saying a surprise when it was actually sunrise. I got them mixed up. Whatever. You get the idea. But yeah, Miami's been very successful in basketball lately. It'd be cool to see, what other team from that area shows up. Do we see a run by the Dolphins this year? Do the Marlins actually kick some butt? Maybe squeak into the playoffs as a lower seed? That seems to be the thing with Miami teams. Sneak in as a lower seed and then just go on this massive run. Both the Heat and the Panthers, I believe, were like lower seeds. Like what, 8 seeds? Something like that. And they both took on a Boston team. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? That's freaking nuts. But it's the way it is. And we'll see if we see 2 more trophies going up in the gold section for Miami sports. Now, whereas Miami has been carried by the Heat, Denver, well, they haven't really been carried by any team. It's kind of even. We take a look at this, and yeah, I mean, there's a couple, runner-ups, in the conference championship rounds. Then you have the Rockies. Just one singular deep run in 07. They have not been anywhere close since. And I'll be honest with you, the salty Indians fan in me says we should have been in that World Series. And the way I see it, we make that World Series against Colorado. I don't see us losing that World Series. We were too damn good. There was no way they were beating CC Sabathia and Westbrook and Lee and all those guys that we had. And I'm pretty sure our lineup would have done really well in Coors Field. But blew a 3-1 lead to the Red Sox. Of course we did. Sooner or later, we'll, get that championship that we've long so desired, and it'll be lit. But yeah, Denver has essentially, I guess, carried, with air quotes, carried the sports scene in Denver for a little bit. But look at the Avalanche. They won a couple. I actually thought they had one, but no, they had won one way back then. Barely past the turn of the millennium. Denver, they're trying to add their first gold, but they might be adding a silver, which, yeah, that'd be tough. But yeah, Denver with Russell Wilson, we'll see how far they go. Colorado, they ain't gonna have a run like they did in 07, probably for a long time. They could shock me, but just the way that team is built, they're kind of still mired in that rebuild. And knowing their ownership, I don't know if they're really going to be fully committed to a big run like they did like they were in 07. That team was just so good. I don't know if they're going to make it that far again. Seems like what they would call a Linsanity run. Just like a one-time thing. Flash in the pan. Haven't really made it closer, as close since. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun finals. I cannot wait to stream it. Hope to see you all there for that. Figured I'd keep this one nice and short, considering the 2 cities represented haven't really had a whole ton of success. Now, I'm telling you, if I had done the runners-up in the conference finals, I think I did that last year, I would have been here for an hour talking about LA. My God. They have 2 teams in every sport. That wouldn't have been fair. That wouldn't have been fair at all. Now, if they had made the finals, I would have had no choice but to do it. But I probably would have just did the Lakers instead of the Clippers, because they haven't done a damn thing. They don't have any trophies or any medals or whatever. And yes, I based it like on medals, gold, silver, bronze. You know, obviously gold, you win the championship. Silver, you lose in the championship round. And bronze is you lose in your conference championship. So that's how I did it. So yeah, we'll see how things go. By the way, today is June 1st, which means the Cleveland Browns gain a little bit more cap space. And Browns fans seem to believe that D Hop will be a Brown today, which I'm not going to say that. No, not today. Maybe soon, but not today. I'll be shocked. I can't wait to come back and freaking go live out of nowhere at like freaking 3 o'clock. All excited with the freaking tweet from Adam Schefter up there being like, D-Hop is a Brown! Oh my God! We got D-Hop! Ah! And just, I get like 30 people in this stream and we just lose our minds over the fact that D-Hop's a Brown. I'm going to manifest it. I am going to manifest it. So we'll see what happens. There is mutual interest between us and him, but it's all about the money. I think we'll be good. We give him a chance to play with his best friend Deshaun. And by the way, I saw a clip or something. Apparently, Deshaun's busting out the arrow celebration again. I didn't see that at all last year. Of course, I think he only does that when he does like a deep pass. But I'll tell you one thing. My dude, he threw some times yesterday in practice. Oh, I'm a crazy dog. It's practice. I know. It just looks good. Like, he wasn't crisp like that last year. I think Deshaun's going to be in for a monster season. That's not even the homer in me talking. I think he's going to be hella motivated to prove these haters wrong because they were saying he's trash, he's washed, he sucks. And I swear to God, if we get D-Hop, I know the haters are really going to come out. Oh, the Browns off-season champions again. They're still going to finish last in the division. Really hilarious is like, with the way this freaking year has gone so far in sports, I would not be shocked if the Browns had this year made it like where like they just went on a massive run this year. If this team can stay healthy, we are a super dangerous team. But notice I said if we can stay healthy, because injuries happen. If we can avoid the major ones, we'll be good. Injuries happen. It's freaking like, we're humans. Humans get hurt. Just avoid the major ones. I'm talking ACLs, freaking MCLs, PCLs, meniscuses. Cramps happen. Hammy pulls happen. Just make sure you're loosened up. That's why it happens, because you're tight. Your muscles tighten up. Make sure you're loose. Loosey-goosey. Yeah. I'm not trying to see my best players go down again. I've had that happen. Heck, what? 3 years ago, when we actually made our big run, we would have clinched a playoff spot. But no, the damn bug had the strike at the very end of the year. We played against the damn Jets with practically nobody, no receivers anyway. What was it, the year after that, we played the Raiders. Was it the year or was it like literally that same year? We played the damn Raiders with nobody. Freaking, who was our even quarterback? Mullins. Yeah. Nick Mullins damn near beat the Raiders. I still believe to this day, if we were a fully healthy team, we beat the Raiders that game. Because how the hell do we almost beat them with Nick Mullins? No, with nobody. We had a bunch of freaking practice squad players in that game. How do we almost beat the Raiders with Nick Mullins? Remember that too. Freaking, and we only lost because of a field goal. Like, what? I don't know. I'm excited about Jim Schwartz too. The vibe is different. Let's just hope this goes into the season. But that's all I got for you guys today. Figured I'd make this about 20 minutes. Again, being as both sports cities don't really have a lot to talk about when it comes to success recently. I mean, we'll see. What team adds a gold and a silver to their trophy case to the resume, and who knows? Might be doing an update on this next year. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tonight for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Are you ready? Yeah, let's get it. All right, Crazy Dog.